kids, I'm Michelle, and you're watching Pulp.net, the coolest show for kids on the planet. This week, we're at the Equestrian Center at the Florida State Fairgrounds, and my friend Brittany is going to co-host the show.
Hi.
Brittany, who is this biting me in the background?
This is my horse, Norman.
And how old is Norman?
He's 12 years old.
And does Norman have any other names?
He has one other name. It's Sultan's Ambassador, and we use that when I show him.
How long you been riding with Norman? I'm just going to step over here a little bit so he doesn't get me, okay?
About 6 months.
And how long have you been riding horses?
Since I was 2 years old.
That's a long time. You pretty good?
Yeah.
You're not modest either, are you?
Nope.
I tell you what, Brittany's going to give me a tour of the stables, and while she does that, you guys check in with Brian Bradley in Hockey 101.
Hi, I'm Brian Bradley with the Tampa Bay Lightning. With me today are Sean and John of the Suncoast Stars. And today's Lightning tip is stick handling. Okay, here we are with today's Lightning tip is stick handling. And now that you know the correct posture for forward skating, knees bent, shoulder width apart, head up. Now what you want to do is stick handling. You've got the puck there. You're going to kind of cup the puck. So it's a lot of wrist work. Your wrists are going to move back and forth, as you can see. Right there, your wrists are going to cup the puck back and forth. So what you're going to do is you're going to have the puck and you're going to, remember, always have your head up. You're going to go back and forth. You're always cupping the puck, looking up the ice. You got to feel for the puck so you know where it is. You don't really have to look down at the ice once you get the hang of it. You shouldn't keep looking at the puck. You're going to cup the puck back and forth. So all it is kind of a rolling of the wrist action with your head up. So you know where your opponents are and you know where your teammates are. It's rolling of the wrist, cupping the puck back and forth with your head up. That's good technique for stick handling down the ice. Okay, here we are coming up the ice. Stick handling, moving the puck back and forth, cupping it, head up. Never have your head down looking, always have your head up so you can make the play. Here comes John, he's coming down the ice. His head's up, he's moving the puck back and forth, stick handling. That's good position there. He's got complete control of the puck. Okay, here comes John. He's coming to get the puck. I got good body position right now. Then I walk in on goal, take the shot, and score my goal. And that's stick handling. Well, that wraps up another edition here today on Brian Bradley with the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'd like to thank my assistants, Sean here and John with the Suncoast Stars. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you next time on Lightning Hockey Tips.
So, Brittany, he's pretty big. Do you feel comfortable walking around with him? He's like 10 times your size.
I'm fine walking around with him. He's pretty good with me.
And what is it that you, what do you call this right here?
Halter.
A halter?
Yes.
And then what's this? What's this?
A lead shank. And then you hook it onto here, and then you can walk him around.
And he seems to be listening to you pretty well. Is that because you've been working with him for so long, or does he obey certain commands from everybody?
Usually from everybody. Get up.
What do you call those red things down there on his legs?
Splint boots.
And what's a splint boot?
It helps them if they ever fall.
Come on, Norman, cooperate. He's wanting to eat the grass. Will he get sick if he eats this grass?
No, but he shouldn't.
He shouldn't be eating it. We'll work with him. So those are called splint boots.
The black things are bell boots, and then the chains are just called chains, and it makes them pick their feet up more with the chains.
It makes him pick, it looks like he's in trouble. Like he's going to jail. He's just missing the ball hooked to the chains. Now, look how long his tail is back there. It's like dragging in the dirt.
Yeah.
Why do they let their tails grow that long?
Because when they're in the show, it looks pretty, and if it's in a pleasure class, that's when it counts on a horse. then it counts as well. They're nice tails.
The nice tails, you get more points?
Yeah.
Now, what kind of saddle does he have on?
An English saddle seat.
And what kinds of saddles are there? How many different kinds are there?
It's Western, and then there's hunt seat for jumpers.
So then there's 3 different kinds?
Yes.
So what's the difference between this saddle over here? I see that you don't have like a knobby thing to hold on to. Does that make it hard?
No, I'm used to it.
Now, do you ride sideways or do you straddle him?
I straddle him.
Norman's getting closer and closer, and I don't want to get bit again, so we're gonna...
I can make him park out for you, Michelle.
You can? Well, what does park out mean?
When his front legs are out and his back legs are still.
All right, well, let's see what you can do. He's parked out right now?
Yep.
He's really pretty. Well, can you get on top of him and ride him now?
No, because I would need my bridle, his bridle on, and I would need my helmet.
Where else have we heard about helmets? See, you need helmets for all different kinds of sports. Well, Brittany, what time is it now?
It's time for Tips by Tony.
Hi kids, it's time for Tips by Tony, and I'm the referee at this rink today. As you can see, the game is in progress, and what I saw as I was sleeping in my dream, I thought I saw some holding. There's several types of holding, so let's go through a couple of them. Let's watch the game and see who can hold. When these guys come together, what they want to do is kind of tug and pull on each other. So if the referee sees them holding, he can either be holding his stick, holding his face mask, which is also a match penalty and not a good penalty to get as a team player. So when you see a holding, sometimes it doesn't impede the player, and that's when the referee will let it go. But if you see a guy holding another guy and pulling him back to try and get from the puck or trying to score, that's when the penalty will be called for holding. Whether it be a stick, holding the stick, holding the face mask, holding the jersey, whatever it is, it's holding. But it has to be from a play. It takes away from scoring. If you're going to hold, you take away from scoring, that's the penalty. If you have a change of possession while you're holding, that's a penalty also. So a penalty for holding can be several things in one regard, and on the other hand, sometimes it won't be called because there was no delaying the player toward the puck, no chance for a goal, no turnaround of the penalty shot. So what we need to do is just watch the game completely and watch them hold and pull and tug and trip each other, and then determine whether it's a penalty, because sometimes it's not. It depends on the flow of the game. It's a rough game. It's a rough call. So what you want to do is make sure you watch the players, and if you think they're holding, yell at the ref. Let them know that you just saw holding. Holding the stick, holding the face mask, holding the jersey. It's all holding, but it's all involved in the play. It depends on how the play is. You can hold everything you want along the way, but if you're not part of the play, holding will not be a penalty called. It might be, but it won't. It usually isn't. So if you have a turn of possession or a chance for a score, that's when you want to watch for holding the stick, holding the jersey, or holding. Hold anything and it's a penalty. Holding.
Okay, so now we're getting ready for you to ride. What you got there?
I have my hat and my jacket.
And now your hat's called what?
Just a hat. A derby.
It's a test. I'm going to quiz you on all this later. So this is your derby and your jacket.
Yes.
Now, you told me later that you have to wear a helmet. When do you wear a helmet as opposed to your hat?
When you practice, and then in shows you wear just a derby.
let's get you all ready. And you're number 367 today, your lucky number. So Brittany, who's this right here?
This is my trainer, and she's going to warm up my horse for me.
She is, and what's her name?
Mimi.
Will you introduce me?
Yeah.
All right. Hi, I'm Michelle. Nice to meet you. So what are you guys getting ready to do?
Well, we're actually getting ready to warm up Norman for Brittany to go in the show ring. It's usually customary that the trainer with the children's horses warms up the horse first to make sure that everything is ready to go, so for the child's safety.
So that the horse, if he's antsy, you kind of work.
Yeah, I can work out any of that before she gets on.
So do all these horses belong to you?
Normally they're all owned by different owners, and I train for them, and some of my school horses and a couple of show horses I own for the kids to get them started until they're ready to buy their first horse.
Oh, so you're almost ready to buy your first horse, huh?
It's close.
So how many horses do you have here?
We have 25 head at home in the barn, and we brought 14 to the horse show.
And how many horse shows do you do in a year?
Normally we do anywhere from 7 to 8 horse shows a year, because we're gone for a week at a time for each horse show.
And how many children do you have riding for your barn?
Right now we have those show children, we have about 10 in the barn that are currently showing, and then I have a lesson program where I probably have another 35 kids.
So when the kids show the horses, like, how are the awards set up? Is there like first, second, and third place, or how does that work?
Well, actually, it's very competitive. At these horse shows, they compete for the blue ribbon, and they place down to 6th place, and the winner receives a trophy, and the ribbons have different colors for what placing they received, and they just pin to 6, and any of the other kids have to learn the benefits of competition.
Right. Now, what are the different categories when they're showing the horses?
Actually, there's several different divisions that our American saddlebreds go in. The younger kids show what's called equitation, and that's judging them and how they ride. Then there's a pleasure division, which is actually the children are riding the horse, but they're judging how well the horse performs. So sometimes it's how the child is riding, and then sometimes it's how the horse is riding.
And how well the child and the horse interact together?
Correct. Right. Correct, as a team.
All right, well, let's go and warm up your horse for you.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I'll keep running and you guys watch this.
The Tampa Bay Lightning's Dino Ciccarelli, a hard-nosed competitor whose love and exuberance for hockey has faded little during his 17 seasons.
Go, go, go! Fast, fast, fast. Fast, fast, fast. Ow, rib. Don't screw around to them. Not in the move, right? Banister. Let it go, Brizzy. Sorry, Billy. Sorry, chump. You haven't stopped me yet, Schwabby. You haven't stopped me yet today. Where were you? Were you out all night? Huh? You're on camera, man. That was my mic. And you're on camera. I've been scoring on you all day.
Dino's been tough on goaltenders his entire career. To this day, that relentless style remains his trademark. He ranks 9th on the all-time goal-scoring list, a tall testament to Ciccarelli's iron will.
I don't have the size or the skating ability, the speed, the hardest shot. that I can compete with some of the other guys that, you know, that's a big part of their game. I try to do all the little things well, and I guess my asset is around the net and deflecting goals, picking up rebounds, you know, 10, 15 feet from the crease area. And certainly they're high traffic areas, but, you know, that's my job, and I've made a living there, and if I want to continue, I've got to continue to do that.
In 1981, at age 21, Dino burst onto the NHL scene, setting postseason rookie scoring marks as he spearheaded Minnesota's drive to the finals.
It did come pretty easy. I mean, you know, it was a lot of hard work, but things fell into place for us, you know, with the North Stars that year, and it seemed pretty easy how we just got to the finals, and you'd think you're going to get back there again. You know, it took me 14 or 15 years later to get back to the finals again.
Dino played with the Minnesota North Stars for 9 seasons, and during that productive tenure, he tallied more than 50 goals twice.
I do remember the second time, you know, Joey Malash played for Pittsburgh at the time. He was the goalie. I scored against him.
And an extra man on the ice for a long time. The linesman didn't see it. Cicerelli in front, score. Dino Cicerelli scores to make it 7-3. And he gets his 50th goal of the year on a backhand shot to beat Joe Malash.
In March of '89, the North Stars traded Dino to Washington in a 4-player swap that sent Mike Gartner to Minnesota. The blockbuster deal affected Cicerelli more than he let on at the time.
Every time you get moved, it's kind of devastating because as a player, I think you feel kind of rejected that the team doesn't want you, but, you know, that's the nature of this business. But, you know, on the flip side of that is that you're going to a team that wants you and that hopefully you can fit into their plan. So it's kind of mixed emotions.
During his 3.5 seasons with the Washington Capitals, Dino once again proved his worth as a goal scorer and inspirational leader.
The Washington Capitals led by Dino Cicerelli in scoring. 41 goals, 38 assists. There he is, and he scores! Dino Cicerelli!
At the end of the 1992 season, the feisty winger was traded to the Motor City. It was during his second season with Detroit that he attained career goal number 500 in a game against the Kings in Los Angeles.
All the guys on the team were pulling for me. My dad came down to the game with some friends, and the guys were just trying to get me the puck, kind of get it over with, you know, because there was a lot of media around it. And fortunately, came on a nice goal from Kozlov and Fedorov.
Up the middle, it goes to the blue line to Fedorov. Fedorov with it over to Cicerelli. Cicerelli, nice pass. Kozlov walking in. Kozlov to Cicerelli. He scores his 500th NHL goal.
In '95, Dino returned to the Stanley Cup Finals, his first trip back in 14 years. Yet the Wings lost to the Devils, and Cicerelli again felt the pangs of finishing second best.
We were so close. We had such great hockey clubs there, and we didn't win the cup there. Went to the finals the one year. We're expected to win, and it was a good kind of pressure, but unfortunately we couldn't pull it off. And some great memories there. Great hockey club, great players.
And now with Tampa Bay, he still plays with the same kind of moxie in front of the net.
Oh, you gotta get that through, Hammer!
Dino's made his living 17 years in the pit. I mean, the character of Dino Cicerelli speaks for itself as to what he's accomplished and what he's done for his size and where he makes his living in front of the net. And we just felt that for this year, for a lot of the youngsters we had, Dino would be a very, very good exemplar figure to have on our team. Say, hey guys, look, here's a guy, his age, his years, and look how he works. And he has certainly proven that and done that for us.
With 28 goals this season, 37-year-old Dino Cicerelli still ranks among the NHL's elite. And perhaps by this time next season, he'll have reached career goal 600.